got the hatch on the lift right now, getting this thing finalized and ready to go for FL2K. We were swapping this thing onto the slicks, and we noticed when we put one of the wheels on the passenger front here, it was a little wobbly, and turns out we had a wheel bearing going out. So we went ahead and replaced both of the front wheel bearings on this thing. They haven't been done since I originally upgraded the axles years back. So good time to do those. We were getting that done and put back together, and I'm sure you guys have noticed when the hatch launches at the track, this thing squats like crazy, and as cool as it is, I'd like it to not do that as much. So I thought before we get this thing back out and get it to FL2K, it'd be cool if we could get some coilovers on this thing. It was kind of a last minute thought, so I reached out to our boys over at K-Tunes, and they got me these new coilovers sent over really quickly. I don't know how they got here so fast, because I just asked them yesterday, and this morning we showed up and there was a box on our front door. So we went ahead and pulled off the coilovers that were previously on the hatch. These are some Tine or Teen, I don't even know how you pronounce that, T-E-I-N coilovers, and I got these probably 7 or 8 years ago off Craigslist, and they were already used and pretty blown out when I originally got them. So it's definitely a good time to upgrade these freaking things. They've been on there the whole life of the car, and I don't think they're doing a very good job anymore. So got those pulled off, and we're gonna get these new K-Tune ones on there. This is just a street setup, not going with anything too crazy, but these are new and refreshed, much nicer updated hardware. It's got these freaking billet forks on the bottom. Some nice coilovers from K-Tune that we're gonna get on the hatch here. Hopefully it doesn't squat so freaking crazy, and it actually might help our 60-foot times a little bit as well. So we're gonna go ahead and get these coilovers on, get everything else back together. Got a couple more things to do to the car, and then this thing's ready to go for FL2K. Simple enough, just gotta get that tightened up. Just another huge shout out to K-Tune. They're actually one of the first companies to help us out with the hatch. I ordered a traction bar from them way back when, and they left a little note inside of it. Then they reached out to us later on. I got that billet shifter and this thing from them. I don't know if you guys remember that, but been working with them for a long time. So thanks for the last minute coilovers. We'll get the rest on and should be ready to go. Just to get you guys caught up real quick, we got the hatch and everything ready to go, and we got all of our stuff down to the track for FL2K 2 days before on Wednesday, and there was a test session going on, and we decided last minute we should probably try to get a run in the hatch on the new turbo just to make sure everything is ready to go. And we had some issues with the two-step. We had some voltage problems, all kinds of little things. I didn't film anything since it was last minute and we were having issues with the car, so we're just going right into a test session 2 days before FL2K with the hatch here on the new turbo. It's working now.
Working?
It had too much fuel in it. Yeah, we're good now. All right guys, we finally got the hatch in line. We've been fighting issues all freaking night. Definitely a good thing I came out. The TPS was falling off. We had some issues with the two-step because we made some fuel changes on the tune. We had an alternator issue as well. It wasn't charging. I think the connector was just loose. Got that fixed. We're gonna see what this thing does. Got the two-step pretty spiced up. It is tamed down from what it normally is, but I'm just hoping for a clean, solid hit, and we'll go from there. I'm not sure if we'll have enough time to run any more tonight, but we're gonna see what it does. We finally got it ready. Should be good to go.
What are you doing, bro?
Staring her out. Got a little hot two-step in it, figuring it out.
You got the manual fan on.
Yep. It's the bicep, the hood bicep curls right here.
Skip this week at the gym, so you got to get it in.
Yeah, this week's been pretty busy, so got to get that workout in while you can, you know?
All right, Kyle's gonna make the first shakedown of the night. Too.
Check the 60-foot out.
Whoa, 139. Okay, 9.4 at 140. That's not bad.
For a good A to B pass.
For a good A to B pass.
You're done for tonight?
I think that's all I needed, yeah. Because it's 10:40. They're going to close in 20 minutes.
I think it did great. You can turn it up if you want tomorrow.
Dude, we were here for like, what, 4 hours to do that?
To make the one pass. Sometimes that's how it is, man.
Hey, 9.4 off the rip with the new turbo, and that was turned down a ways, so yeah, that ain't bad.
We got room to play with.
360 foot on the first hit, but yeah, we're gonna get back to the house. Got a long night. All All right, guys, second day of FL2K. Yesterday we went 175 miles an hour in the NSX, but today we're focused on the hatch here. As you guys saw, 2 days ago, me and Emilio were here. We got in on a last-minute test session, and we only got one pass in. I wanted to do a test hit on the new turbo since there was some testing available when we got everything unloaded. We had a whole bunch of issues, and it was so last minute, we didn't really go into detail about what we were doing, and I didn't even show the changes I made to the hatch before getting ready. We had a freaking TPS go out that night. We had the freaking two-step issues. The alternator was going bad. We got her fixed though. We went a 9.4 on 30 pounds of boost. So the new turbo is showing that it's way more efficient than the old one because it's only running about a tenth slower than where it normally was. And it's always making like over 40 pounds of boost to do that. So new turbo should rip on kill. And as you guys can see, we have the hood on this thing. And this is the original hood, obviously, because we have the hood exit on there. So I was able to Frankenstein the 96 front end onto the new 99 and up front end there. We actually just had to reuse my old grill because these little tabs right here kind of poked into the new one. It shuts, the hood pins don't do anything anymore. And I also got a Kirky seat in this thing. We don't have the stock seat in the hatch anymore. Got this knocked out, lost a little weight there. We still got the good old stock steering wheel with the Honda freaking cover. So that ain't changing anytime soon. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get this thing in line for the first round of qualifying, see what this thing will do, and go from there. We're gonna leave it on the same tune-up as we did the other night when we were testing, because if we can just go that same 9.4 to 9.5 again, that will probably get us in a pretty good position for the ladder. We don't wanna go too crazy and make the same mistake we did with the NSX and send it right away. And just kind of go from there. But we're gonna get this thing in line and see how she does. All right, boys, here we go. First pass in the hatch for qualifying. Just gotta back up that 9.4, do something similar, and go from there. First rip of the day, we went a 136 to the 60 foot. That all-wheel drive is ripping. I'm not sure what the hatch's best 60 foot is, but that has to be pretty close to it. So pumped on that. We coasted to a 9.8 at 129. I did let out because I noticed the car fell a little down on power, nothing too crazy. But as you can see, as compared to our slip from the other night, we were down mile an hour to the 8th mile here. You can see we went a 6.0 to the 8th compared to the 6.1, even though we did a better 60 foot. So we're down on power. And another thing to note is that's what we need right there. We can match those front half numbers with the new turbo, I bet. And I know we'll have that back half number. So the 8 is possible in the hatch, but let me get back to where we were here. So she's down on power and I pulled the log and it looks like we're dropping off boost at the end of first gear here. And if you compare our log to the other night, we don't have that at all. And this is the same exact tune-up. We have 30 pounds of boost, perfect in each gear, flat all the way across. Today, the boost dropped off at the end of first gear there, dropped into the 20s, and then every gear after that is in the 20s, which leads me to believe we have a boost leak somewhere that we need to fix, because this is our generic duty cycle. This is the computer commanding how much boost we should be making, and it's identical to what the pass was or the tune was from yesterday. Nothing has changed, and we're down nearly 10 pounds of boost. So we probably have a boost leak somewhere. We're gonna need to check that out. I gotta give a huge shout out to Papa Steve. Without him, I don't think we would have found this. He's the only person out here that I could find that had a smoke machine to check for boost leaks. We pulled all of the couplers off, triple checked all the welds, and once we plugged the smoke machine in, we found this right here. Turns out we blew out the throttle body gasket because it has a paper one. You can still see some paper sticking out right there, and it blew a whole chunk of it out right there. And that is our boost leak, 100%. So we're gonna go ahead and pull the throttle body off, get rid of that paper gasket. I'll just put some silicone on it, stick it back on, and we should be good to go. All right, we got her all siliconed up, got the fog machine back on. Got no more leaks.
Yep, no
Should
more
be good to
smoke
go.
around here.
So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing back in line. We got a little haze coming out of the wastegate tube right now. I went ahead and turned it up a little bit more, but if that boost leak was there when me and you had it on Friday,
Dude, it's gonna make a lot of power.
maybe that was just the final little puff it needed. And it was a small tear and then it ripped it out. Right now they have the street cars going up and we are after them for our second qualifier. See if we can go a little faster. I do need to check the ladder though and see where we're sitting and go from there.
You don't want to go too fast, right?
Yeah, we don't want to go
Like
too
how you
fast,
do
but
it.
there's a lot of fast stick shift cars out there, so I'm not as worried about it as like how the roll racing was. So right now we are sitting in 19th for stick shift. Looks like there's only 39 cars who have qualified so far. They're still running a few more rounds tonight and tomorrow as well. And if they get a total of 48 cars, because there's some guys that probably haven't gone yet, they will be doing 3 classes. So we'll have the top 16, middle 16, and bottom 16. But as of right now, since there's not enough, if this were the only amount of cars to enter, they would just do these top 32 and these guys wouldn't make it. So we obviously have to kind of wait and see where it lines up after tonight, but I'm not too worried about going faster, guys. I think we'll definitely run a 9.5 or faster if I run this one out the back, and that will put us in the top 16, but so many of these guys still need to improve that I'm not worried that we're gonna get bumped down later on since it's still so early on. But as long as we're not in this top class, which I'm very positive we won't be, but you know, we'd be up there with like Cletus and Leroy and Grannis Racing and the Supra. Very fast cars, so we need to be down here where the hatch will be competitive and not make the same mistake like we did with the NSX and go too fast right away.
It wouldn't be the hatch if we didn't need a jump box to start it. These guys are in the jump box duty. Ready for us?
Alright guys, second pass in the hatch. Just gotta make sure that boost leak is fixed. We're gonna let out at the 8th mile. And we did turn it up a little bit, so we'll see how much more boost it's making and go from there.
Bog a little bit at the hole. 10.5 at 116.
We didn't fix the boost leak.
Okay.
That wasn't like doing that on purpose. You know, it was only making 20 pounds.
It was way out of it, yeah.
Only made 20 pounds. So
We
I
just
remember, dude, I don't know if it's something with the boost controller maybe, because not too long ago we had issues with the boost controller, and that's why I put the line to the top of the gate on the old turbo. Well, I guess it was a good thing we did that, because we still have some
issues to
boost leaks to figure out. Yeah, I did also bring another 4-port solenoid in case that one's been acting up. So we're gonna try a couple things. I'm gonna two-step it real quick because it did not build enough on the two-step. That's why it bogged. And I'm gonna two-step it with the line to the top of the gate right now, just like a quick one. And if I see that boost spike up, then I know there's no boost leak on the charge pipes and stuff, you know? And then it'll tell us that's a wastegate issue, and then we'll address it from there.
So we'll go through it a little bit and get back to it.
Line to the top of the gate again, go from there.
That always solves everything.
That just seems to fix it, I don't know. The hatch just likes the line to the top. Had wastegate issues in the past with this thing, so I feel like the boost controller just might be finicky, I don't know.
Not charging?
We need to get a new alternator on this thing.
And would you say it was on this, a B series alternator?
It's either a B or D series alternator. Charging? Nope. It's this QSD bracket, and it takes a B or D, I forgot. I'll have to double check. Well, me and Emilio are back to the same issues that we didn't film 2 days ago.
We're back to Wednesday, dude.
Yep. 2 steps forward, 3 steps back.
Hey, we got time though, let's figure it out.
Yeah, I'm glad we did do that, because we were thinking about sitting that one out, and that one.
We need to use our qualifiers.
We need to use our qualifiers. The hatch has been sitting for a little bit, okay? She hasn't got the love she has deserved other than the paint job
This is the only new thing on that.
I got the car painted, put a turbo on it, everything else I have not touched. All right, guys, we got the alternator pulled off of the hatch. Found out what's wrong with it. Freaking alternator. So we're gonna get this thing over to a local car part store. Make sure it's the matching one, because the bracket I have is for a D-series alternator to go onto an H22. But I just got to make sure that I got the right year with the right plug and all that good stuff. So our boy Daniel's gonna take that duty. It's an honorable job here, sir. You have the chosen alternator.
Take care of it.
Yep. All right, guys, we have our new alternator. Get this thing back on there. Hopefully it does the trick. We do have a slightly different mounting location here on the positive terminal, but it's in the same area, so we should be good. Same plug, same size pulley. We gave him the other one as a core to get some money off of this guy, so this better be the right one, because we can't go back now.
Got it.
About got it?
Yep. Jack handle pry bar. All right, we should be good. Oh yeah, tight. All right, we need to tighten the positive and that top bolt and get the charge pipe back on. And we still haven't even put the line to the top of the gate yet to fix the boost, so we still have to do that, figure that issue out. There is a chance the alternator being bad could have messed with the boost controller, because the ECU is commanding the duty cycle from the boost controller, but if the voltage is all out of whack, maybe that boost controller isn't operating as it should and it's not sending the right amount of air to the top and bottom of the wastegate. That's a possibility as well.
Yeah, because it was really low, right?
Yeah, the whole pass was 10.8 volts when it should be like 13.
Yeah,
so
that's pretty low.
I could have also whacked out the boost controller, so we'll get this fixed. Hopefully the alternator is figured out and it charges again. We'll do a two-step as it was, and that will tell us everything we need to know.
Go from
Just
there.
with the two-step. Yeah, we'll go from there.
These trailer lights though, man.
Yeah, dude. Shout out Right Trailers.
Jesus, right
Game
trailers.
changer, dude.
The AC out here and the lights, man.
Yeah,
Should've done that
you
a
have
long
changed,
time
brother.
ago.
You have changed.
I'm still the same person, but we're getting there.
We got AC in the trailer now. I don't know how to feel, bro. Oh, we're back to 14. We didn't even have 14 before.
13.9.
Oh shit.
I've never seen it so high.
Dang.
That's why the hatch always needs a jump box. It's that freaking 5-year-old
Oh,
alternator.
man.
Whoa, look, you saw it. It hit 14. The OGs will remember several alternator videos I've had to go through on this thing. Way back when it would always eat them up. It's too much RPM.
That sounded pretty rowdy.
Yeah, man, almost 30 pounds. That must have just been the voltage.
That was just with that was just changing the alternator.
I was just changing the alternator.
Oh wow. Yeah, I think we're good.
I'm gonna go double check the other log just to confirm that it didn't make that boost before. But I think it's safe to say that, yeah, that was affecting it, and I think we should try to make another pass just with the new alternator, since nothing else has changed. So maybe the boost controller and stuff is okay for now. They actually just called us up after the streetcar class here goes, so we'll get this thing in line, and I think we just try it again without making too many changes. I think that alternator probably was causing a lot of issues.
This is the last qualifying.
Yeah, last one of the night. I didn't go check the ladder. I think we did get bumped pretty far down. So we
Let's
might
go check that real quick and then put this
we'll
in
go check
line.
that and then we'll get back. All right, guys, it looks like we do have 48 cars. So that means they will be splitting it into 3 classes, but we are still in the
29.
middle class. So that's gonna be still kind of tough to say, because right now number 1 qualifier in mid-pack is this guy with a 9.3, which we could compete with that. We would want to be there, but if all these guys get even faster to the point to where the top guy in the bottom class is like a 9.3, we don't know how much these guys are going to improve from tonight and the rest of tomorrow.
Yeah, these top guys are.
Yeah, well, no matter what, I know we won't be in the top 16.
All right.
Oh, I don't know, we could if we sent it. Look at that. 9.4,
Yeah.
we could be in the top
Just
16.
keep it down.
I don't know what we should do on this one.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
No matter what, we're in the race. So that's good, because I was worried about you know, them
Being
not
too far
having enough.
down.
Yeah, if we were this far down, boys, and they didn't have 48 cars and we didn't make it, then we don't even race. But we're good here.
I think you're sitting pretty good where you're at. I say maybe a little bit, go a little bit higher, you know. That way we can be around this area of
But
the
you see
pack.
what I'm saying? What happens if everyone gets faster and then the number one, right? Because see, right now the number one is a 9.9 in the bottom class. That's a little slow for us. We'd be sandbagging. But what happens if all these guys get faster, or some of these?
They still get to qualify tomorrow.
Because look at all these guys right here. Yeah, they have all day tomorrow too. Because what happens if
I
all
got
these
you.
11-second cars that maybe didn't have a good run get up into the, you know, maybe these are supposed to be 9-second cars in
Yeah,
here.
I'd say just make another pass. I don't think you should go all the way out on this one. Just make sure everything is working good. Because if we do have tomorrow as well, then we still got a shot of, you know, if we need to go faster, then we'll go faster.
Yeah.
But it's up to you, whatever you think we should do.
I don't think we updated anybody yet. The plan is to run it out to about the 1,000 foot, and I am gonna let up. That's gonna be the plan because we have 2 more qualifiers tomorrow, and I don't wanna go too fast. We need to see where everything lines up after tonight. So that's the plan, make sure the alternator's working good, and go from there. So we still got time tomorrow. And the hatch, when she works right, is consistent. So we'll make it up tomorrow if we need to.
It's a smart move, man.
Yes, sir. Alright guys, last pass of the night. Hopefully we finally got all these issues solved. Come on, hatch. Don't let me down. I got you a brand new alternator. We've been messing with this car all freaking day, but it wouldn't be the hatch if we didn't have to do some stuff at the track. And it all leads up to right now. I have a good feeling, boys. I think she's gonna go. I know my car.
9:59, but he red lit, so I'm not sure if that's gonna count.
What did I guess it was gonna do? I said 9.5 to 9.6.
Oh yeah.
9.59, that's about as close as you can get to a 9.5, 9.6. And I'm hoping for like a 9.5 to 9.6.
So the thing is you red lit, so does that count?
Oh, I red lit?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. I think it still counts. I don't think reaction times matter, do they? 23 right now.
23?
Okay, yeah, then that means they still counted it. Damn, I was trying to cut a light on that one, guys.
Nah, yeah, you red lit, dude, so I didn't know if it was gonna count or
I
not.
think what happened was I accidentally...
You pushed through it.
I pushed through it
Yeah,
because
I
that's
saw
why
it,
the
I saw it.
60 foot's down.
Yeah.
Because
I see what you were trying to do, though. .0.
Freaking red lit them, dude. You know, they say cars are just an inanimate object, but me and the hatch have a connection. I even said at the line, I was like, I know my car, she's gonna be good. 9:59 in the night. She was just a little sick, needed a new alternator. That fixed all our issues. Definitely pulled through the beams there. That's why the 60 foot was bad. But hey, we still went 6.0 to the 8th, which is, it's PB. It's never been into the 5s yet to the 8th. We still have 15 more pounds of boost to throw at it if we need it. 113 mile an hour, still more power left to be had there. 9:59 and 128 on the brakes. We had a long day, boys, but
We're good, man.
we're good. We're good. So we'll see where that puts us after everyone else runs, and then we have 2 more qualifiers tomorrow. And after that, you know, I'm pretty confident the hatch should go faster if we need it to, if we want to try to get a better qualifying position by the end of the day tomorrow, and go from there. So with that being said, we're out of here.
It's a wrap for...
That's a wrap.